All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the honors, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to you, sincere. I came out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Uh, just real quick, and I just want to jump into a few scriptures. The Spirit jumped on me on a particular topic, and because it's a beautiful thing that the Lord is waking up His men, that the Lord is waking up, sending preachers, like the scriptures say. I will send you. I will appoint you teachers. We are appointed of tutors and teachers. That means that somebody on this earth has the truth, and just the flow of the Spirit, the flow of the scriptures, the flow of the understanding of the scriptures, um, is it's too evident. It's too evident, and I just want to jump into some of these terms that these apologists like to use, because they try to use them as if they know what they're talking about, when the terms that they're using are actually have been used by us, whether we actually knew them or not. And this goes into this one term, an apologist term, hermeneutics, the branch of knowledge that deals with interpretation, especially of the Bible or literal text. So when vocab and all of these guys get into and and, and they start trying to use these $5 words. That's why he named himself vocab. They actually don't understand the process of what it's talking about. And I'm gonna just read this one, because you got a few diagrams which are very interesting. Brothers should try to look. It's a cycle. This is the hermeneutic loop. Understanding the whole of life raises the question or need for the meaning of an event. The need for meaning is projected through action or speech. Engagement with the phenomena, that part of life. Engagement with part elicits feedback, which challenges our understanding of the whole. Challenge triggers reflection, reinterpretation, and greater understanding. And so when you look at these different things that are in this loop for the understanding of the scriptures, which this is something that's made up by Esau. Even with this, just like you have this one too, which is basically the same thing. These Edomites, they can't take apart why they came here to America. They can't take apart why they brought us here. Okay, what part of the gospel is that? For all these men who and that's how you know you're dealing with the devil. This man, they brought us here. They treated us with these disgusting conditions. Not only did they do that in the name of their God, but then they lied about it, and they still lie about it to this day and cover it up. They haven't made a nationwide or something wide amongst their people to repent, and that goes into reparations. They haven't tried to repair us, because at the top they know who we are, and they use that disinformation, and that's why the scriptures talk about hide me from that wicked counsel, from the wicked counsel of people who at the top who counsel against the nation of Israel. This is Matthew 10 and 21. It said, and brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Okay, and that's what it means to be saved. Enduring to the end is what gets you saved. And for you to be able to endure to the end, you have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shai on you. The scriptures talk about that, because to the wicked, the scriptures tell you it's going to be like a lion that met them, and then they ran from the lion, and then a bear met them, and then they put their hand on the wall, and a serpent was waiting for. There's going to be all these different events that pop off, which the different prophets give you different pieces of, and it's basically it's going to lead to their destruction. That's why the scriptures tell you none of the wicked shall prosper. Okay, verse 23. But when they persecute you in this city, right, jumping. But I'm gonna jump down though. It said the disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord, and that's us. We're the servants of the Lord. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more should they call them of his household? Like I was talking to a brother, talking to the brother Yakazai. We were talking about all the spirits that you deal with. You're dealing with Esau. You're dealing with, different heathens of the other nation, and then you get back to your own, community where, you're supposed to feel some sort of camaraderie, and you got people, give you the cold stare, mean monkey, looking at you crazy, like they want to kill you. Well, you don't even know this person. And me myself, sometimes, there's a temptation to, look back, like, what the fuck, you looking at? But what the brother made a great point. He was saying, like, look, man, you just gotta, easier said than done, but look, man, you just gotta look past that motherfucker, because these people have spirits on them. They don't have a covering for it. They don't have the answers. And when we go out and teach on the highways and byways, we can see that all these different spirits, they'll wander up the street, down the street, back up the street, down the street. They'll walk in circles for hours in the same little loop of stores, not knowing why they're doing that. And the men of the Lord are right there, teaching on the highways and byways, calling out to them. It's all spiritual. It all pertains to the spirit. Everything that we're doing is spiritual. It says, fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing. A lot of these people are set up to be lost too. They're just lost souls. They're just lost. Maybe they're paying for their sins or whatever it might be, or maybe they'll be they'll come to the faith, once the end comes, once the end of the end of the end comes. Let me say it like that. It says, verse 25, it is enough for the disciple that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more should I call them of his household? Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. Jumping down, I was looking for another one too. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the main point. The servant is not above his master. Just like the persecution of the prophets of the Lord, we want to be persecuted for the right things. It feels good. I mean, it doesn't feel good initially, but it feels good in your own mind when you try to compartmentalize and understand the things that are going on, and knowing, look, I was persecuted for no reason. People came at me for the wrong reasons. Rather than you suffering and receiving punishment for some shit that that you did and you had coming. And that's how the men of the Lord should be. You wanna when you persecuted and stuff, hey, you just embrace it. It's part of it. That means you're on the right path. Because if the shit, like brothers always say, if the shit is just easy on the day to day and everything is just easy breezy, there's no resistance. that means that, hey, some might be wrong in that situation, even though you do have gaps. This is This is 2 Corinthians 10:3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds. And that's what you're seeing right now. Brothers talk about the paradigm shift. The Most High is pulling down strongholds. All of these different. Hey, and if you notice, like with Sonnet TV, that's just one example. You got all these people, all these different ideals and all these stuff. They can come together, argue amongst each other. When the Israelites come, everybody has to, it takes a combined effort from all of them to try to repel, the words of the scriptures, because they don't have a book. They don't have a history. They don't have true tutors who are given knowledge that was passed down. They just got some guys who read some books, who maybe pieced together some information, and it's not the same. It's just not the same. And so Hey, one thing you're seeing that's ramping up all these other groups, they're getting pissed off. Amongst so-called Native American, so-called Black Latino community, Christians are getting pissed off in different denominations of Christianity. Okay, the Nation of Islam, the Moors, whoever the fuck, they're getting pissed off with us. These boule niggas who took in the purse and they thought everything was good. They're getting cut. Everybody amongst our nation is getting cut. All our people who are in the drug game or whatever the fuck, Santeria, African religions, whatever the fuck they're into. Okay, all of these strongholds are being pulled down, and they're noticing that. The new thing they say is these niggas is pressed, and that's facts. They're pressed. They're upset because they see what's going on. They see the ministry. That's why the scriptures say, "Can a light be set on a hill and not be and be not? Can it be hid? No, it can't." Okay, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah, because it's easier to get lost in your own thoughts. That's why these words are written right here for you to go back to and you reflect on day and night. Okay, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. And Lord willing, man, some of these men, they get the power. Some of these brothers, they get the power, that spiritual power, to revenge all the wicked on the earth. So hey, call Halal Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Hey, everything the brothers are doing is hidden. It's hidden target. It's hidden home. It's going. It's pissing them off. These people are angry. They're pissed off. Hey, brothers every week. Brothers got a story about some spiritual shit, especially where I'm at, because St. Louis for many years, despite the low population, it's the fucking murder capital. It was the murder capital for many years. Us in Detroit, we bounced back and forth in Flint, and so hey, we actually had an Edomite come out to the camp talking about they wanted us to meet with some sponsors and maybe discuss a few things that we could do for our community. Basically, he wanted us, in a nutshell, he wanted us to sell out. He was trying to be a snake, and he had a dragon necklace around his neck. And when we asked him about it, he was just like, "Oh, that's just my," I think he said, "That's just my avatar," or something like that. That's just my avatar. And then, before we even set up camp, he knew who we were. He was like, "Yeah, I think you guys are about to speak and say something." And we were saying, "Oh, what are you talking about?" We were trying to see if he knew that we were the Israelites, and he did. He knew it, but he was trying to be, sneaky and deceptive, and these Edomites on top, who are doing whatever they're doing behind the scenes, which we know what they're doing. They're engaging in magic and casting spells against our people. That's why our people are so bugged out. Putting drugs in your communities, our people lose their fucking minds and they kill and destroy each other. And then you have the men of the Lord. I have to fuck with that later. You have the men of the Lord who are out there preaching and bringing down all the strongholds that the enemy has set up, because it takes a long time to set those strongholds up. It took a long time. It took a lot of that magic and a lot of those dark forces that the enemies have. And Yahweh Shai is just casting them down with his words, through his men. Hey, but call Halal Yahweh Shai. Hey, the scriptures talk about the word not going out void. It's not. It's it's hitting. It's sticking. Hey, may the brothers continue through the Spirit to continue to speak the words of the Heavenly Father and cast and bring this place to his knees, man. Call Lord Yahweh Shai again, and shalom to you, sincere brothers out there. Shalom.